Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rufus Bill, and welcome to Talking To. And we are joined today with our host, Joanne Tolston Fuller. Good afternoon, Joanne.
Good afternoon, Rufus. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing today?
I cannot complain. It's a beautiful, rainy, cloudy, sunny day, but look, we here. It's a wonderful
Yes, we
day.
are. That's for sure. Tell me, how was your week?
It was good. It was very busy, very
Uh-huh.
productive, but it was
Okay.
good. It's
It
been
was
a good
good.
week. It has.
That's
It has.
good.
I cannot
That's good.
complain. And
I'm
how
glad
about
about
you?
that. My week was really good, and did a little bit of everything and a lot of bit of nothing. But
Awesome.
all in all, it was good. And so we'd like to welcome everybody to the to our second show of Talking To, and it's hosted by Joanne Tosin Fuller, Justin Henry, and yours truly, Rufus Bill. And today we do have a special show planned for everybody today, and we're really excited about it. But first, Joanne, let's
Yes.
talk about some current events.
Uh-oh.
So,
Oh,
the lady,
a whole lot going on.
all the time, all the time. One of the things that I found out that was very interesting this week is the story about the lady in Louisiana. And she was a member of the sheriff's department. She worked for the sheriff's department in the call area for, I guess, 911. And so she works with Schwab, the financial institution, and she's invested in that. Well, they were supposed to deposit $88 into her account, but they deposited $1.2 million into her account. And and when they tried to get it back, she had pulled a fast trick and move that they were not able to get it.
Did she leave the country?
You would think she would, but she's still in Louisiana. So when the representative from Schwab was talking to her, they said, "Listen, we have told it's in the contract. If we deposit more money than you're supposed to return it back, and we have that right to take it back." She said, "Well, you all should have paid more attention to it." So of course they filed something in the courts, and they arrested her. And she still hasn't given it up willingly. Now they've tried to take some, some of the money back, but they haven't been successful. What do you think about that? I think, Joanne, can you hear me?
What? Oh my goodness. You know what? That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
That is crazy. And that's why I keep track of all of my accounts.
Yes.
I sure can. I keep track of all my accounts because I don't want to have to pay anybody back. And I know, and just not too long ago, I had a friend to tell me that she found some more money in her account, and she wanted to go to the bank to make sure, because you spend that money and you have to pay it back.
You have to pay it back.
Hey.
That's the worst part.
$1.2 million is a lot of money. Wow.
Yes.
Crazy.
A lot of money. Let me see. There was
Can you hear
something
me?
else. I had posted something on Facebook.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me?
That's the worst part. That's a lot of money to try to pay back.
Yes, yeah. It is. It definitely is. I think your screen is frozen.
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Is that something on my end? You can blame me, because it might just be. I think it says your you got bandwidth is low on your end.
Okay.
But that's all right. We'll work it out.
Yep.
And while we're working on that technical difficulty, something else that in the state of Michigan, today marks the very first day that if you have had problems finding housing or employment, due to a criminal record, and where you have a felony, or you have an amount of misdemeanors on your record. The state of Michigan has, they passed a law, went into effect today, that you're able to have up to 3 felonies expunged, as well as misdemeanors. Now, it doesn't apply for any traffic violations like drunken driving or driving under the influence of narcotics or alcohol. It has to be anything other than that particular, those particular type of situations. So I know in the county of Wayne, the city of Detroit is working with, has Project Clean Slate. And I was reading about that, so you can contact them starting tomorrow to see if you're eligible. There are some criterions that have to be followed, but if you talk with someone there, they can help you and guide you to the right way and to the right resource where you can see. Make sure you recognize, I say that you can see if you're eligible for expungement. Okay.
Okay. And that'd be good, especially for those low crimes.
Yes.
So, not felonies, nothing. People get, they have a half ounce of weed or
right.
Just maybe some tickets that you didn't pay.
Exactly.
And, something like that. I do understand that. And I think that's fair. I really
think it's fair too.
I think that's fair.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Now, Joanne, this week on Facebook, I asked a question. I don't know, I think you saw it. I said, why when women pose, some women, they pose with their hands on their hips. Have you seen that when you scroll?
I saw that question. I did not respond. I wanted to see other people's responses.
Joanne, one person told me this. Well, where should we put our hands? Don't ask me that. Well, I said maybe you can cup your cup like this. Maybe you can cup your cheek like this. So I don't know, but I just happened to be scrolling that particular day. I posted that. And I said, everyone that I see, or a lot of women that I see, not everyone, they pose with their hands on their hips. And I said, that's why I posed the question. I wonder why. And then someone did say, it's just reflex. What do you think?
I think it is, because sometimes you just do, it's the most comfortable, and I think it's the easiest place to put look, and I'm doing it now while I'm talking to you, because I'm trying to, how do you hold your hands? Because then you can say, well, why do men put their hands together and put it in front of them?
Exactly. And I just hadn't asked that question yet, because we always do this. I said, well, what is it? Why we do that? And then a lot of times, because guys now, they don't smile, so they just give you the grim look.
I know.
Am I grim enough? I don't know how to look grim because I'm too silly.
You can't hold that long.
I can't hold that long.
I like smiles.
I like smiles too. You're listening to Talking To. I'm Rufus Bill and Joanne Tosin Fuller. We're hosting today, and we have a great show planned for you. Joanne, what do we have on our show today?
I have with me today an awesome young lady. And before I introduce her, though, I'm just going to tell you something about her.
Please do.
Okay. She is currently being trained at the Penny W. Stamp School of Art and Design at the University of Michigan. Oh. Yeah, she's been working professionally as an artist since the age of 12. 12 years old. She began to be recognized due to an eye condition she had called nystagmus, which renders her with low vision. I don't even want to give her name. She prefers to let her work speak for itself. Nevertheless, her vision is a vital part of her voice. Mm-hmm. Though she is young, has been working for 7 years in her field, increasingly improving in skill and knowledge. She has attended summer intensives through Interlochen Center for the Arts,
Okay.
The School of the Art Institute of Chicago and the University of Michigan throughout her time in secondary school. Isn't that something?
That is
Already.
phenomenal.
And she's young already.
Wow.
She has also been showing and selling her work consistently, most notably to the likes of R&B singer, Sister Soul, Jill Scott.
She's not a starving artist.
I don't know if she agree with you with that. In addition to her freelance work and commissioned pieces, so she does commission pieces.
Okay.
Lauren, I'm telling you, is currently working through ideas surrounding human nature and its complexities through portraiture, a tradition she is actively working to reinvent. She is enjoying this current stage of development as she thrives most in the midst of other creatives. She is currently in the midst of working very meticulously and with great meditation to create and curate a cohesive body of work on the subject of racial identity and the act and effects of racial passing.
Really?
Yes. There is a grand, that's something, isn't it? There's a grand fascination and curiosity present about how and why Black folks passed and whether or not they wanted to. This subject matter is quite important to her because she is a fair-skinned Black woman who never wanted to pass.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
That is something.
Yes. She also sees a great power, as most do, in visibility for unrecognized sects of cultural groups. This, of course, is to empower these groups and enlighten the culture at large. Her current ideations can be seen in the American Masquerade tab, and that's one of her, when you go to her website. Okay. And so she has different tabs in her website. So you know what? So I'm going to introduce you to this young artist.
We're ready.
Her name is Lauren Mchale Mills.
Lauren Mchale Mills. Hello.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good.
We are so excited to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
She is a beautiful young lady. I'm telling you, a beautiful young lady. And when I saw some of her work, it was like, oh my goodness. Lauren, how old are you?
21.
21.
Wow. You
21.
have all under your belt so far.
And she has already just, wow. To be so young and to have a level head, and like she's been working on this art since she was
12.
11.
She says more like 11. Yeah. So Lauren, I'm gonna ask you a question. What made you, how did you know that you had this ability? How did you know that you could do this artwork?
Well, I think just like all other kids, I drew and scribbled and all of that type of thing. But I think who really recognized it was my mom and my other family members, because she would say where all other kids were just watching TV, and they would draw too, but they would stop to like watch TV. I wouldn't. I would keep drawing and in my little world and doing whatever I was doing, and I just never stopped. And just one thing about me that I realized over the years, that my skill seems to grow exponentially every time I do something, which is really weird. It creeps me out.
That's what you call gifts.
Yes,
that's
it
what
is.
You call a natural gift.
It literally creeps me out. I'll do one thing and maybe not be so good, and the next time I do it, it's really good. And I maybe haven't done so much in between in the realm of practice, but I actually do practice a lot, which is weird. Not all the time physically, but I can see what I'm doing in my head, so I kind of sort of practice all the time. It's very weird. Yeah, I work a lot. Not all the time physically, but I do work a lot.
That is great. But that's awesome to know. And I have to say it again, that is truly when you know you have a gift.
Yes.
When you have a natural gift and a natural talent. And to see some of your work is just, I was just floored.
Really?
I was just floored. I really, because I've always wanted to paint and I did a little bit. But when I say a little bit, I mean no comparison. So when I saw this, and just to think of how young she is, because tell us some of the shows that you've done. I know you've done quite a few, your exhibits, and where you've been with this.
I think most of the showings that I've had have been group showings, actually in Riverside Art Center down the street from my studio here, where we are, as a teen. I know I had to do like a little group showing at SAIC when I did that program back
What's
in
SAIC, so people know what?
School of the Art Institute of Chicago.
Okay.
So in that little month-long intensive where I lived in Chicago, we all worked on things, and we showed our best project at the end. So I guess that qualifies. I haven't had my own solo show as of yet, but I'm working on it.
Now I saw, I think it was on Facebook, was it last year that you were in Atlanta, Georgia at an art show?
Yeah. I actually did this thing on a whim. I had a friend who was exhibiting her stuff from school at U of M. And I said, why don't I apply? I got accepted. I asked my dad to give me money for a plane ticket, and then I was gone like the next week. And me and my mom just went to Atlanta for like 3 days and went back home.
So how was that? What was that experience like for you? What was that?
Okay, it was really new. I consider it a flop. I went to sell some things and didn't sell very much. I spent some money preparing, and those times where you only just break even and you don't make a profit. That was definitely one of those times. Okay. I barely broke even, and I considered it a flop at the time, but it was a new experience. I met new people. It was fun. I know that that's someplace that I can go again if I ever want to show and sell my work. I got exposure in a new area. It was fun. I didn't make any money, but it was fun.
So tell me, Lauren, so how were you able to, at this particular event, was it people of all ages or just a certain age group?
Yeah, it's actually, I believe it was for ages 21 and up.
Okay.
And I hadn't turned 21 at the time. But neither had my friend who had gotten in. And I said, that's why I signed up. I said, she's not 21. So I'm gonna sign up too. I'm gonna let them know I'm not there yet. I'm almost there.
I'm
so let me in. So they did. So they did. And I went.
But that's what you call determination.
Yes, it is.
That's what you call what we used to call umption and some gumption.
Yes.
That happened to me before. There was this Black History Showcase exhibition. It was like for the month of February. Mm-hmm. When I was, I want to say 15 or 16, one of those two. And I think you had to have been like 18 to get in, but they liked my work so much that I was the youngest person in that show.
Oh, and you got favored too.
Amen. Amen. Blessed and highly favored.
How about that? If you're just tuning in, it's Talking To, and I am Rufus Bill, and our other host, Joanne Tolson, and we have a very special, talented artist today, Lauren Mills. Lauren, what's your middle name again?
Mchale. Mchale.
Lauren Mchale Mills. Joanne?
Yes. So we are here in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Oh.
We're in Ypsilanti. We're in her studio.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. So you know she's something when if you got a studio,
Right.
I don't care how big or how small, she has a studio, her own address.
That's all right. She's in the
So
game
I'm just
for
gonna
real.
say this, that you can find her work at, which one do you like?
Actually, if you go to www.mchale, MCHALEINcolor.com. You'll get everything from my portfolio to the shop. You just click the shop tab, and it'll take you to my other website where all my prints and stickers and paintings and classes and services are. So that's kind of the one-stop shop. I usually send people to shopartology.com if they just want to go straight to the shop. But if you want to see all my work, you can go to the first one.
I love that. So that's www.mchale, MCHALE in color, COLOR.com. All right, I love that.
Yes, yes.
So,
and I would go ahead.
Go ahead, Joanne.
No, I'm just gonna say I would implore anybody to go and on that site, because it just has so much information about her, and plus all of her work that she does, because she not only paints, she does a lot of other things that we're gonna show you in just a minute.
Oh, great.
Lots of things. This girl, I'm telling you, this girl is awesome.
I love it.
Awesome. That's why I told you last week, what? Young, Black, gifted. I'm telling you, young, Black, beautiful, and gifted. This girl is off the chain. To me, and look, and I know her personally.
Hey, that's what's good about all of it. So you can back it up.
I'm telling you.
So Lauren, tell me, when you get ready to paint something or do something artistically, where do you put your mind, or how do you focus or frame your mind?
Oh my goodness, it depends. So when I need energy and I have to work and I'm tired, I'm gonna be like a little embarrassed.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
You won't tell anybody.
I turn on some real loud ghetto music.
Okay.
And whatever it takes. And I have a really great time. And I can't keep myself in that headspace for long, because then I can't function because I'm excited. So once I've gotten my energy up with the little dance party, I turn on an audiobook.
Okay.
Yeah, I have been zooming through, not really zooming, but I'm on a mission to complete all of Toni Morrison's books.
Wow.
So that is what I do while I paint. If it's not Toni Morrison, it's another book. I am a nerd. I love books. It's a good time. And I can paint for hours listening to books.
Do you paint by candlelight or natural light, or by?
I have a skylight in my studio. It's this little skinny skylight that I use if it's a really nice day. If not, there's a soft box that's actually lighting the both of us right now that I use. Or maybe I'll just use the regular like yellow light in my room. It really depends on what I need.
Now, can you see the stars from your skylight?
No.
I was pushing to the edge, didn't I? I just had to.
There's a building blocking most of the view of everything. I just get the light.
Okay.
I get no view, just the light.
Just the light.
No windows in here. It's just a skylight.
But it helps her do what she has to do. Hey?
How about that? And I guess it would make sense
until it starts
for her to be looking at the canvas and not up at the stars.
Not even. But I do have my canvases and stuff at a very nice spot, like right under the light. So I really don't have to worry about anything until it gets dark. It's kind of at the perfect spot.
Okay. Joanne, I have another question. So how important is the type of canvas you use to bring out what the picture that you want everyone to see and to feel and to connect with?
So, okay, that's a good question. Style is important. Everything is relative. There's not a standard for anything, and I mean anything. So I could do something on my iPad, get it printed on a canvas or some, large sheet of paper, and that'll do something. It really just depends on the emotional reaction that I want to invoke in a viewer. If I want to go more traditional, of course, I'll get a canvas, paint it a particular way. Maybe I'll frame it. I don't.
And you're listening to Talking To. I am Rufus Bill, Joanne Tolson, and we have Lauren Mchale Mims. And she's talking about her artwork, and you can go to her website at www.mchale, MCHALE, I'm sorry, you finished what you were saying, Lauren.
Oh, instinctual artist, and I do what I need to do as I need to do it. I'm not a huge planner, which I've gotten a lot of feedback for in art school. When you have to submit artwork, they want very hard for me to slow myself down. Let me take a picture of this at this stage and that stage, and I can't. I just do things as I need to do them.
So when you get inspired, you just flow.
I have
to.
You have to just flow.
There is planning involved.
Okay.
There is research, but I process it in a different way. I don't write things down like that. Okay. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I may just, listen to some audiobooks, read some physical books, look at some pictures, go to a museum, look at some artists that I wanted to get some inspiration from, some research from. I internalize things for myself and not for other people. So the whole planning thing and showing people my process, that's hard for me.
So how is it when you, so I see that you do commissioned work.
Yes.
So do those things does that take you to a different realm? Does it take you somewhere else? Because those you kind of have to plan for, right?
Yeah, it's actually a little more direct of a process because usually people know what they want, usually. Okay.
Usually.
Okay, I want you to paint a picture of my child. They give you the picture, you paint it, it's over. Sometimes people want, this concept. They want you to bring to life a concept that they don't necessarily know what it looks like themselves.
So it's in their head.
It's in their
but
head.
They don't know how to transfer it.
They're trying to transfer it to your head from theirs, and it gets a little complicated. But usually commissions are pretty straightforward.
Okay.
There's revisions, and you keep in contact with your customer, your client, and it's not too hard of a process. The hardest thing, honestly, is when I'm doing things for myself, when I'm doing things for my own creative practice. I have to internalize things for myself. It's a lot of thinking, and it's painful. Especially if it's personal, it's painful. Being an artist, it hurts.
Well, Rufus, you kind of know because you're a musician. Look, Rufus is an artist,
right?
That to me, that's art. That's that. I put that in the same realm as,
and I would too.
It is,
and so it is can be kind of painful or painstaking or doing what you love in that realm.
Anything creative is usually pretty personal.
Yeah,
I've noticed that when we'd have critiques in art school, people that haven't had experience with critiques, some of my classmates, they get really emotional about their work if someone says anything about it. Because the thing about critiques is that they're supposed to be nonpartisan and impartial and objective.
Right.
And even if the person critiquing the work in front of them is trying to be as objective as possible, the person whose work it is, they're emotionally attached to it because you put so much work and heart into it, whether it's good or not. Okay, it's personal to you, and if someone says that it's not the bee's knees, you get hurt.
You do. You do. You get your feelings hurt.
Yeah.
and it's understandable because you've put yourself into
Right.
it so much.
Right.
And you're praying that they really like it and enjoy it as
Right.
much as you really enjoyed or painstakingly have done the work. So
Right.
I do understand that. I
Right.
do understand that.
Or you wish no one would say anything at all.
What's that old saying? If you can't say something good, don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing at all.
Say thank you very
Don't
much
say
and keep
nothing.
moving.
Oh my gosh, art school is brutal.
Oh,
People,
really?
yeah, people think that if you're an artist and you go to art school, you're just kind of like a head in the clouds type of person, and you're not an academic or you're not an intellectual. Art school is brutal.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. So it's the instructors and the peers that are brutal, or
It's the workload. It's
everything.
It's the instructors. It can be your peers, you know, depending on how they view things. But I haven't cared much since I've been in art school about what my peers thought about something unless I actually revered their work. And
Okay.
that sounds bad, but I like to be, I don't know. I want people to be better than me so that I have something to learn from. Like, I don't want to be the best person in the room. And so I'm not going to say what I was about to say.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't know who watches.
It's
all right.
Cut it. But you know what? I want to show you. Rufus, do you have any other questions?
No, I'm ready.
Because I want to show you some work.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Sure.
Can we do that?
All right.
Okay. So we're gonna show some work. We're
taking a tour.
We're gonna take a tour.
Not only are we on location, we're gonna get a tour too.
Things are a mess. I'm so sorry.
So one thing I know she told us that she loves Toni Morrison.
Yes.
I do.
And one of her pieces, let's see, how can I? Do you see that?
Oh, the picture, yes. I see it.
That is one of her pieces.
Get out of here.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is beautiful.
Toni Morrison would be proud of her.
Yes, she would be.
Yes, she would. Yes, she would. Look, and I'm gonna tell you already. I've already done some of my shopping.
Oh. You cheated already.
I cheated. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. And I wanted to show you. See if you can see
Sarah Bartman.
Sarah Bartman.
Oh.
Do you know the story? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know the story about Sarah Bartman?
No, tell us the story.
I don't know the whole story.
Okay.
But it was, Lauren, you can tell because you did the painting. So you had to get inspired. She had to get inspired from the story.
Yeah, this is actually what I showed in Chicago when I was doing that program. I have been a teacher for a very long time, turns out, because I'm into things that a lot of people aren't into. I'm usually like the only Black person in a lot of spaces, or one of the only Black people in certain spaces. And the things that I'm interested in, I have to teach other people because they don't know. So with that being said, Sarah Bartman was, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I can't remember where she was from in Africa, but she was of royal blood. She was a princess.
Mm-hmm.
And she was stolen from her country to live in Europe as pretty much a
circus attraction
Mm-hmm.
because of her large backside, her large breasts. Of course, our skin color because we are exoticized for it, and also, our body parts. So she was just pretty much a freak show for her short life. I recall her dying of some sort of venereal disease because she ended up as a prostitute toward the end of her life. And I'm saying they, it's just a general they, but whoever took possession of her body ended up cutting out her brain and her genitals and putting them in a jar at the Smithsonian.
Yes.
For a good long time.
Yeah.
Until her people from her homeland sued and got her remains sent back to her home.
Wow. Isn't that something?
That is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We have a history and story to tell, don't we?
All the time.
History and story to tell. I'm telling you. It is so sad. So sad. But that is beautiful. I'm telling you. And I mean, I know this camera does not do it justice because the coloration, the tones, it's awesome. It is awesome.
It looks good even on camera.
It is beautiful. Beautiful. I'm gonna show you. This is Lauren's skylight.
Oh, there's a skylight. The infamous skylight.
This is her skylight she was telling us about. So Lauren, what else do you have that you would like to show us that you do?
Oh my gosh.
I see a couple of pieces here. I know that's on your website.
Yeah.
And I would implore everybody to go to her website so that you can see some of her work. Some of her work. She is
This is on the site. Oh, wait, I think because it's backlit.
Backlit. Let's do it this way. We're gonna go this way. That's better. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I love that. Explain that piece.
Is it?
Oh, look at that.
I wish there was much to explain. I really do. And I did have an explanation for it, but I just do things and I forget about them after I write about them on my site. And so if you would like to read about it, it is on my site.
It's on the site.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right, Lauren.
Like a historical backdrop, then I usually don't remember.
Okay.
I am very experimental when it comes to things, and so I did it and it looked good. A lot of times meaning comes after I work and not before. So I'm so sorry.
That's all right, Lauren. Oh, I love that.
Isn't that nice?
Yes.
So now this is a drawing that you've done. So see, she paints, she draws, all of that.
Wow.
This is digital.
Look at
that
the detail.
Was a physical drawing.
Is it? Look at the detail.
Put that back to the camera. The detail there, the face, the nose, the lips.
Isn't that something?
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And the
now,
word
is that a helmet?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes. Unbelievable.
Unreal.
We're free, effective immediately. What's his name? Toussaint?
Toussaint Louverture.
1804. Isn't that beautiful?
Unreal.
Just the detail.
He freed what is now Haiti.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. That is right. You took me back to school there.
Get the glare out. Yeah, look at that one.
I love that.
Beautiful. That is beautiful.
I love that.
Just so calming.
It's so I don't know, it's just so arty.
Well, yeah.
Forgive me for not knowing the right vocabulary. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm telling you. There's also up here your doll. She also makes dolls and
What?
sells dolls. Can you believe this? I'm telling you, this girl is so well rounded. She is so well rounded.
That she is. I have
She
to see
She
that
is
doll
a
when we were
gem,
talking.
a jewel. Look at this.
Oh, look at that.
This is
Now
not
that's
cute.
very Vogue. And she has the long, what are those called, Joanne?
Earrings.
Twist?
The baby locks, twist.
Yeah,
Locks, twist,
whatever.
yeah, the lock.
Whatever suits your fancy.
Whatever name you want.
This is yarn. This is polymer clay. And I made the body from some wire and sewed the, sewed the body, but all the appendages are clay.
Now, did you have to bake that?
Yeah.
Tell us about that process.
Oh my gosh, what did I do? Okay, let's talk about this because it took a while.
Because I remember taking ceramics in school, and it was almost like one day you had to do one thing, the next thing you had to do something.
Oh, see,
is
it's
that
very
anything close to
akin
that?
to ceramics, but it's not actually ceramics.
Okay.
This is polymer clay, which is an oven baked clay, but it's not the same as ceramics. So I did this, like I balled up some aluminum foil as a base and started building on top of the foil with the clay until I got the shape that I wanted. I probably like baked things like halfway or so, so that it could, cook all the way through and not burn. The things did burn a few times. I painted it. I painted it with the paint that I usually do a lot of this stuff with. And I have to seal it at some point or else all the paint's gonna flake off, but we haven't gotten there yet.
When you say you seal it, what is that process? Or what materials do you use to seal it?
I could possibly, I'm considering using epoxy resin. Because it will keep the shape. It'll be glossy. You can just kind of paint it on, and yeah.
She makes things sound so simple, doesn't she?
I know she does, and I'm thinking,
well,
what was the name of it? Poly who?
Like,
Joanne, what else we have in there?
This is just, what else do we have, Lauren?
Of mine?
Yes, ma'am.
In that little crate is a lot of, the stock of most of the things on my website right now.
So let's see some other things. Like,
oh, look at that.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Anyone in particular, or just from your imagination?
It looks like
Beyonce.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like Lady B. I didn't want to
Yes,
make
the
a mistake.
Yeah,
but isn't that beautiful though? And I mean, the coloring is just,
most, if not all of these prints are very much on sale, like the lowest price that they will ever be.
So she sells prints, she sells originals, she sells prints,
stickers. I teach classes starting last week. Yeah.
Isn't that something?
That is phenomenal. What are the ages of your students?
21. At 21.
At 21. Oh, I love that.
Isn't that beautiful?
I've noticed that a lot of the sales that I get seem to be from women because I do a lot of feminine things. Okay. And I've gotten the feedback that that men don't really vibe well.
Okay.
Which is pretty interesting.
So this Lady Jill?
It is.
This is Jill Scott.
Yes. The original drawing she actually has in her house.
Isn't that something? And so this was a pencil or chalk drawing? Pencil drawing.
And I think there might be chalk somewhere in there, but charcoal.
Charcoal, okay.
I don't remember.
Beautiful. So she says Jill Scott has the original in her home. She purchased the original.
No, I gave it to her.
How did it come about, Lauren?
No, we're going to talk about we're going to talk about
that. It was our first meeting. I gave it to her as a gift. But she does have other things.
So now tell me what this is.
That is a photography print. of two of
So
my
she
friends.
does photography also.
Yeah, of two of my
Let's
friends.
see if we can get that in here without. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I
Yeah, it's one of
love
my
that.
favorites.
Isn't that nice?
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
That is
I
beautiful.
really love this print.
I like that too.
Yes. So she has some beautiful, now as far as your prints, will you do them in different sizes? Do they
Yeah.
come in
Yeah.
like requested sizes or just?
Yeah, I have options for other sizes, but usually when someone orders them, I'll print it on demand.
Now what is this? This is, it says love thy neighbor.
Yes. And I made that from a protest that I went to. I was making a sign and I just turned it into a print.
Wow.
Love thy neighbor. I like that.
Love thy neighbor. Uh-huh.
How long ago did you make the? Oh, I love that. Is this considered abstract or at all with those interlocking lines? Or?
Yeah, that's considered abstract.
Okay, I got a little art knowledge. Very little.
It's okay.
There's another.
Like
look.
Oh,
So
they're
abstract.
These three are all in a set. That one,
the three, the first one that you showed us.
Yeah. Where's
so
the
faces?
One? Yeah. All these little black faces are in a set.
So they're black faces and just three different.
Oh, I see that.
Oh, okay.
I like.
Okay, awesome.
And I love the I don't know what it's considered, but the line that's going through the circle.
Yeah.
Does it have any representation or meaning that I may not know about?
Now, if I can recall, I'll have to go to my own site to remember why.
I like that.
One was, I believe this one was called Through Time.
Through Time.
Yeah.
All
I believe
right.
this was called Through Time.
Okay.
Another one was After Time.
Okay.
And oh my gosh.
And I guess is that what the line represents? The speed of light going through time?
Pretty much, yeah. Just
listen at you, Rufus.
Listen to me, Joanne. I'm a curator.
I'm telling you. Look, this is what's her name?
Like
Kiki Palmer. But isn't that nice?
That is beautiful. You have captured her essence. And I like how you only have part of the head and part of the face.
Yeah, I've been doing this experiment for the past few years because just as my little blurb was saying on my site, and I'm trying to reinvent portraiture. I think there are certain parts of the face that are essential and others that are not. So the thing that you are looking at when you're staring at a portrait, I'm trying to capture those things because no one's really looking at your ears or your hair unless it's about your hair or your ears. So there's that. Let me try to illustrate this with the other one.
And in case you're just tuning in, it's talking to Joanne Tolson Fuller, Rufus Bill, yours truly, and we have this talented artist, Lauren Mchale Mills, and she has displayed and presented all of her creativeness. She has so many things and so much talent. You can go to her website, www.mchale.com.
Yes. Here's another one.
Oh, I like that.
Now, who is this one?
Just a person on Instagram.
She just
enjoyed. But if you look at it, it's just the essential parts of the face that you would actually look at.
Okay, gotcha.
The interesting shapes, the eyes, of course, unless the eyes aren't necessary. But that's usually what you're looking at.
I see with her, I see the ring in her nose, her nose ring.
Okay.
And then beautiful eyes. Beautiful eyes.
Right, but you feel like you're looking at the person, even though you're not getting all of the information. Just the necessary information.
Okay. Wow.
So talented, Lauren.
Beautiful. Yes. So talented.
Very talented. Joanne?
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Look, some of these prints are limited editions.
Oh.
So I would suggest people to, if you want to, because I just have this feeling that who knows when, where,
Right.
how, but one day she's gonna blow up. And guess what you can say? I have a limited edition of hers.
How about that?
Isn't that something? Isn't that something? I just wanted to bring this to you all today.
All right.
Just
I'm glad
her
you did.
artwork and just, she's her studio is just it's a small space, but it's her space, it's her comfort zone. It's I'm just kind of walking around it. It's her comfort zone. You see this piece behind me?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
I love that.
Yes.
That's the expression we were talking about earlier, Joanne. That grim look says a lot.
Uh-huh. Like
right.
What? Like what?
What?
Yeah. But yes, Lauren is just so talented, and she has been truly, truly blessed.
Yes,
truly blessed. And it's a natural gift to start this at, she says 11 or 12, but and for her mom to see this,
right,
to see it in her and keep encouraging her and show her. And her mom, some of us know her, Leah Mills, but to encourage her and to say, you can do this, because some parents don't. Oh, girl, you're not gonna make no money with that. Oh, you're not gonna, or what, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
to encourage her and push her forward and be there as a support for her, for her daughter. So this is just awesome. And when you do what you love to do, it's usually not work. But even though it can be, like she said, it can be strenuous, it can be mind-boggling, mind-blowing. Sometimes you work harder when you're doing your own thing, but the reward to me is greater.
It's great.
It's greater. Great. You can't put a dollar sign on that. Although you do want to get paid.
Yes, you do.
You do want to get paid.
Then that pocket change.
The feeling of a finished painting, there's nothing like it.
Right. You hear what she said?
Repeat it for me.
I was saying there's nothing like the feeling of a finished piece.
I can imagine that. And especially when you're talented as yourself.
Oh, thanks.
And Leah is your mother. Oh my God.
You know Leah, right?
I know Leah. Yes. And it was so funny when
is Leah's baby. I shouldn't say baby because she's grown. I'm trying even though we did have a conversation earlier.
But this was Joanne, what was so funny is when I said Lauren Mills, I said that is so close to the young lady that I used to know, Leah Mills. And then when you said Ypsilanti, I said, Leah used to, I think, live in Ypsilanti. Oh my God.
This is her daughter.
How fabulous.
This is her daughter. Look how small this girl is.
Isn't that something?
They used to say 6 degrees of separation. Now I think it seems like it's even less than that.
2.
Yes, but Lauren, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to come into your space today. For real. I want to thank you, and I wish the best for you.
Definitely.
I hope you are blessed beyond measure. I pray that this life, this journey that you are on, that it just explodes and blesses you. I mean, I don't even want to put a limit on it. Right. But beyond what anybody could have thought. Because it seems like you're getting there already at the age of 21.
21.
This is great. This is a blessing. How many 21-year-olds, so this is great.
Thank you.
Well, Lauren, we are just knowing that you're going to supersede all of your heart's desires and imagination, and the world is going to be your oyster. Or not, the world is your oyster. Yes. Give us your website one more time.
Okay, my website is www.joanne, MCHALEINCOLOR.com.
All right, Joanne.
Yes, yes. I just have to say thank you again. And I've enjoyed this myself today.
I have too.
Rufus, this is really awesome. It really is.
Well, we're going to be here next week and we're going to be grading some politicians with Justin Henry. So for those of you who are the political gurus, be with us next week, 4 o'clock. Today was with Joanne Tosin Fuller and Lauren, now I want to call her Leah. Lauren Mchale Mills. And it's Talking To, and we want everyone to have a great day.
Have a great one, everyone. Bye.
Bye.